Have you been wondering how the heck you are going to accomplish your soul's mission? And even though you have this strong feeling like, oh my gosh, I am here for something great, when you start to think about it and how to do it, you become filled with self-doubt. You start to wonder, who am I to think I can do this? And the judgments, the hesitations, the blocks creep in. Well, in today's video, I want to share with you something profound that you can do to start to become magnetic to the opportunities, the people, and the how that will allow you to achieve your soul's mission. This came to me as I was reading through my book, Alchemy of Consciousness, which is a channeled book. And there's this chapter called Reorient Yourself to Me. And this passage that I'll share with you is so profound because what it's saying is the hows are really truly not your concern. And I know we always hear this when we're listening to manifestation teachings, but I think that this way of hearing it, for me, it goes in more readily because it's spoken to me from my personal connection with God. The way that it's framed helps me understand it better. So let me read to you from this passage. Would you receive my true instruction, or would they receive my true instruction? They would see that it was a simple and plain next step, entirely doable and without fanfare or ticker tape. And such a simple, uncelebrated next step would not appeal to their inflated sense of self-importance, requiring as a prerequisite humility, and therefore they would not choose to do it. I didn't give the context before this, but this is basically saying when you're asked to share your soul's mission, there's really only ever one next step. There's just the next thing that you know that you can do, and that's all that you need to do. So if you continually just take that one next step, whatever it is, however inconvenient, however annoying, however tedious, because usually these next steps are not fun, they're not glamorous, they're just the next thing, then you would be receiving and taking and following your instructions. And that's really all that's being asked of you. Conversely, there are those of whom I have asked tasks of great scale involving significant resources. But for those, their next steps again are simple and within their means or the means of their organization or network. And for them, they do not seek fanfare for such deeds, and they may take their next steps in humility. So it is not the scale of things that indicates one's proximity to me, to God, but rather one's attitude of humble service, devotion to spending time with me each day as a point of connection, and how readily available are the means to take the next step that I have asked of them. So what this is saying is, sometimes the next step that you're going to be asked to do is something super simple and small. Sometimes it might seem really big. It might seem like it involves significant resources, but even then it would always be within your means or within the means of your immediate network and the resources that are available around you. Regardless of the seeming scale of the next step and how big or small it seems, it's always within what's doable. If I have asked something of you and you are in humble service and connection with me, then the means to achieve it are in close proximity to you. Ooh, oh my gosh, that just hit me. Take that in. If I have asked something of you and you are in humble service and connection with me, then the means to achieve it are in close proximity to you. You may not see it, and it may seem a difficult stretch from all appearances. So long as you do not dim your spirit with worry about how these necessary means will be made available, they will arrive always and in all ways. So this, my friends, is what I wanted to highlight for today's video is faith. Faith is action and courage without evidence. So even if you don't see it, even if your next step seems like a stretch, as long as you have that inner feeling like this is what's meant for me, this is what's next, and you continue to allow yourself to move in that direction in faith, and you don't dim yourself by taking on worry about how then the means will arrive always and in all ways. This is what makes you magnetic to the opportunities and the people and the places that are aligned with your soul's mission. For I have available to me infinite means and can utilize many streams of possibility to bring to you what is required for the fulfillment of my wishes for you. As such, each step that I ask of you is an act of faith on your part, where you must walk forward at times without knowing how or when the means will show up. And you must speak of your/my intentions with conviction and faith, so those around you hear the confidence and luminous energy in your voice about what you are up to. They in turn will feel their own hearts and hands compelled to give in the way that they can. And so this is, when you're speaking about your next step, you're speaking about your soul's mission, speak with conviction, speak with the luminosity of what the mission is, of what you see and feel is your next step. That is what's going to compel other people to want to be involved in supporting you on your mission. If you come to them with doubt, like, oh, I'm not sure about this, and blah, 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 I want to do this, but blah, blah. Like, if that's where you're coming from, you're not magnetic to receiving. But if you're infused with the knowing of your mission and you're infused with God's will and the faith in your next step, even if you don't have the big vision, even if you don't even know what your soul's mission is, but you just know your next step, if you speak about it from that place, other people will want to extend and offer the resources that they can. Oh, well, that's what this is what it's saying now. Would you not have faith in me and instead speak of the task I have given you in doubt, then no one will offer up their part in providing the means. This is another reason why your orientation to me makes all things possible, and that without it, very little is possible. With me, I infuse your words with light and touch the hearts of many, including those with access to the pathways for you to achieve my divine work. Without me, your words are empty, devoid of inspiration, and lacking the power to truly evoke possibilities from those who have the means. The means for all that I ask of you are never far. The means for all that I ask of you are never far. Do you hear and understand this? So I don't know about you, but I feel this message so much that it gives me like a tangible feeling of faith that I can trust, that even if I don't know how, the means are never far. For me, this is really relevant with what I have going on in my life right now, because there's, a complicated situation that I'm involved in creating in creating a result, but I don't know how that's going to become possible. The how is very elusive and seems kind of convoluted. But this message reminds me that I do have conviction and I do have faith, and knowing that where I'm going is right. And so it's just a matter of allowing the steps to unfold and reaching out for the resources, by sharing the compelling vision of what I see as possible. So, my dear, if you are on the brink of sharing your soul's mission at that next level and you're holding back, maybe you don't know quite what it is, or you're blocked in some way, you're feeling stuck, then please reach out to me. This is what I do in my Freedom to Launch program, is I help spiritual women to finally launch their soul's mission and get the confidence and clarity to make that happen. So I will link in the description box the link to book a conversation with me where I can tell you about how that works. It is doable. It's within your means. So get in touch with me. Let's do this. Let's get your soul's mission launched out into the world. And I will see you again soon here on my channel. So much love. Bye.